I come back with more experience. Just a quick video because yesterday I met my second favorite actress of all time, Jane Fonda. My favorite actress is Brigitte Bardot. There are several videos about her on this channel. But Jane Fonda is my number two. One thing she's got in common with Brigitte Bardot is that Roger Vadim worked with both, and the most famous movies by both are directed by Roger Vadim, and God Created Woman with Brigitte, and of course Barbarella with Jane. And also one thing they got in common is that they're both rebels. I think that's what really draws me to them. I'm always fascinated with rebel characters, and they come from different angles, also politically. One could say Brigitte Bardot is maybe more the right-leaning kind of rebel, and Jane Fonda more the left, liberal-leaning kind of a rebel. But I'm not so much into party politics. I'm just fascinated by people who go their own way, and they both did that, and especially Jane Fonda with her activism against the war in Vietnam. She always went against the mainstream there. As a peacenik, which I am, I always appreciated that. But plus her movies, I really enjoy her movies. I'm not gonna talk about famous movies that everyone knows, but a deep cut that I really think is great is Fun with Dick and James from the late 70s. That's a great, a social satire in a way. It's almost a predecessor to Fight Club. The things it criticizes and what it's about. It's like a critique of consumerism in a way. It's not as good as Fight Club, but a small, low stakes, small scale 70s movie, and it's more of a comedy. But it's probably my favorite movie with Jane Fonda. And anyway, I met her yesterday because it wasn't by accident. Unfortunately, it doesn't get more uncool to meet a star. It was an official signing. She was invited by this ridiculous. I'm here in Vienna, in Austria, and there's this guy who's very famous in Vienna, but not for the right reasons. He's a very embarrassing kind of guy, a very ridiculous rich guy who owns a shopping mall in Vienna, and he invited her to promote his shopping mall. It wasn't really a very tasteful environment, so to speak, to meet her. I met her in a shopping mall, and she just had 10 seconds per person. Only signed one autograph per person, and it was really like we had 5 seconds with her, and the whole event was kind of embarrassing, which the events made by this gentleman who's famous in Vienna always are. So you felt a bit embarrassed as a person from Vienna that's what she experienced in that city. But I'm a big fan, so I went there and I got my autograph on this Barbarella poster. Here she signed it. Like I said, it was just a meeting for like 10 seconds. But what I could say is there were like 200 other people in line, and so it must have been very stressful for her, but she was very nice, very kind, very friendly, and I wouldn't say it was a great meeting in my life, since it was this very sterile, short thing in that shopping mall signing setting, but still, it was cool to meet one of my favorite personalities of the 20th century, so to speak, and cultural icon that I really adore. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.